In the mid-1990s, when the internet was still a digital wilderness waiting to be organized, two Stanford graduate students named Jerry Yang and David Filo decided to create a simple directory. They called it Yahoo, an acronym for yet another hierarchical officious oracle. And what started as a hobby project quickly evolved into one of the most powerful companies on the internet. By the time Yahoo went public in 1996, it was already a phenomenon. The stock price soared, and within just a few years, the company reached a market value of $125 billion at its peak. Yahoo was more valuable than Ford, Chrysler, and General Motors combined, more valuable than Disney, Viacom, and News Corp combined. For millions of people around the world, Yahoo was the internet itself. The company's homepage was the most visited site on the web. Yahoo Mail dominated email services. Yahoo Finance became the go-to source for stock market information. The strategy was simple yet brilliant for its time. Yahoo positioned itself as a comprehensive internet portal, offering everything under one roof: news, email, search, shopping, finance, and entertainment, all in one place. Users loved the convenience, and advertisers loved the massive audience. Everything seemed unstoppable. But beneath the surface, the seeds of destruction were already being planted. The very success that made Yahoo dominant also made it complacent. And in the fast-moving world of technology, complacency is fatal. The first major misstep came in 1998, when two young Stanford students approached Yahoo with an offer. Larry Page and Sergey Brin had developed a revolutionary search algorithm called PageRank. They wanted to sell it to Yahoo for just $1 million so they could return to their studies. Yahoo turned them down. The reasoning seemed logical at the time. Yahoo executives believed that better search technology would actually hurt their business. If users found what they were looking for too quickly, they would spend less time on Yahoo's site, which meant fewer banner ads and less revenue. The company was so focused on keeping users trapped in their ecosystem that they failed to recognize the future of the internet was about delivering value, not maximizing page views. That search engine, of course, became Google. But the story doesn't end there. By 2002, Google had become a major player, and Yahoo suddenly realized its mistake. CEO Terry Semel approached Page and Brin with a new offer. This time, Yahoo was willing to pay. The Google founders initially asked for $1 billion, and Semel agreed. But by the time lawyers worked out the details, Google raised the price to $3 billion. Semel walked away. That decision alone would cost Yahoo hundreds of billions in potential value. Google went on to dominate search, capturing the majority of the market and building an advertising empire that would make it one of the most valuable companies in history. Yahoo's pattern of missing opportunities continued. In 2006, the company had another chance to acquire what would become a social media giant. Facebook was just 2 years old, limited mostly to college students, and not yet profitable. Yahoo offered to buy it for $1 billion. The 22-year-old Mark Zuckerberg and his small board debated the offer. Investors Peter Thiel and Jim Breyer thought they should probably take the money, but Zuckerberg started the meeting by saying it would only take 10 minutes because they were obviously going to turn it down. When asked what he would do with the money, Zuckerberg replied that he'd probably just start another social networking company anyway, so why sell the one he already had? Yahoo later tried to sweeten the deal, but then announced terrible quarterly earnings and actually lowered their offer to $850 million. Facebook's board took 10 minutes to reject it. Today, Facebook parent company Meta is worth over $1 trillion. Yahoo paid $1 billion for what could have been Facebook and walked away empty-handed. Perhaps the most painful missed opportunity came in 2008. Microsoft, desperate to compete with Google, made an unsolicited offer to buy Yahoo for $44.6 billion. The offer represented a 62% premium over Yahoo's stock price. It was an enormous amount of money. But Yahoo's board, led by co-founder Jerry Yang, rejected it. They claimed Microsoft substantially undervalued the company. Microsoft even raised its offer to $47 billion. But Yahoo demanded even more. The companies couldn't reach an agreement, and Microsoft withdrew. Yahoo's stock immediately plummeted, Within months, it had fallen to around $9 per share. Shareholders were furious. Some filed lawsuits against Yahoo's board for not acting in their interests. Activist investor Carl Icahn launched a proxy fight to replace the board members. The damage to Yahoo's reputation and stock price was immense, and the company would never recover that value. While Yahoo was busy rejecting acquisition offers and alienating shareholders, it was also failing to innovate. The company had been an early leader in search, but it never invested in improving the technology. Instead, it outsourced search to Google from 2000 to 2004, essentially helping its competitor grow stronger. When Yahoo finally tried to build its own search engine by acquiring companies like Inktomi and Overture, it was too little, too late. Google's algorithm was superior, and users had already made their choice. By 2009, Yahoo gave up on search entirely and outsourced the function to Microsoft's Bing. The company that once dominated web search had completely surrendered the battlefield. The leadership chaos at Yahoo didn't help matters. Between 2007 and 2012, the company cycled through 4 different CEOs. Jerry Yang returned as CEO in 2007, but resigned after the Microsoft debacle. Carol Bartz took over in 2009, but was fired in 2011. Scott Thompson became CEO in 2012, but resigned after just 4 months amid a resume scandal. This constant turnover meant there was no consistent vision or strategy. Each new leader would come in with grand plans to turn the company around, but none could execute effectively. Yahoo became known as a place where talent went to retire, not to innovate. In 2012, Yahoo hired Marissa Mayer, a former Google executive, hoping she could work some magic. Mayer went on an acquisition spree, buying more than 50 startups for about $2 billion. The crown jewel of these purchases was Tumblr, the blogging platform Yahoo acquired for $1.1 billion in 2013. Mayer famously promised not to screw it up. But Yahoo did exactly that. The company tried to force advertising onto a platform whose founder had actively resisted monetization. Yahoo integrated Tumblr's sales team with its own, causing confusion and mass departures. The cultural clash between Yahoo's corporate environment and Tumblr's creative, youthful user base proved impossible to bridge. Within 2 years, Yahoo wrote down $230 million of Tumblr's value. A year later, it wrote down another $482 million. The billion-dollar bet had turned into a spectacular failure. In 2019, Tumblr was sold for just $3 million, less than 1% of what Yahoo paid for it. By 2016, Yahoo was a shell of its former self. The company announced it was exploring strategic alternatives, corporate speak for "we're looking for someone to buy us." About 40 different parties expressed interest, but the offers were modest. In July, Verizon agreed to buy Yahoo's core internet business for $4.83 billion. Remember, this was less than 11% of what Microsoft had offered just 8 years earlier. But even that deal nearly fell apart when Yahoo disclosed 2 massive data breaches. In late 2014, hackers had stolen information from at least 500 million user accounts. In 2013, a separate breach had affected more than 1 billion accounts. These were among the largest data breaches in internet history, and Yahoo had failed to disclose them for years. The revelations shook public trust and led to multiple lawsuits and government investigations. Verizon cut its offer by $350 million to $4.48 billion, and the 2 companies agreed to share legal liabilities from the breaches. The sale to Verizon closed in June 2017. Ending Yahoo's 21-year run as an independent company. Marissa Mayer resigned with a $23 million severance package. Verizon merged Yahoo with AOL, another fallen internet giant it had acquired, creating a division called Oath. But the integration never delivered the expected value. In December 2018, Verizon announced it was writing down $4.6 billion from the combined AOL and Yahoo acquisitions, essentially admitting the purchases had been worthless. In 2021, Verizon sold Yahoo to Apollo Global Management for about $5 billion, retaining just a 10% stake. The story of Yahoo is a masterclass in how not to run a technology company. It turned down Google for $1 million and passed on buying it for $3 billion. It rejected Facebook for $1 billion. It refused Microsoft's $44 billion offer. It squandered $1 billion on Tumblr. Every major decision point in Yahoo's history seemed designed to choose the wrong path. The company was so focused on protecting its existing business model that it couldn't see the future arriving. It prioritized short-term metrics over long-term innovation. It cycled through leaders too quickly to build a coherent strategy. It ignored security until massive breaches destroyed user trust. Yahoo had every advantage. It was first to market, had massive user bases, controlled valuable internet real estate, and had billions in cash. But none of that mattered because the company lacked vision and the courage to make bold decisions. Today, Yahoo still exists as a brand, but it's a shadow of what it once was, a reminder that in technology, being first means nothing if you can't keep evolving. The internet's first giant destroyed itself, not through a single catastrophic failure, but through 1,000 small decisions to play it safe when competitors were willing to take risks.